My name is Welch, and you're watching the Then and Now Blading YouTube channel. I'm always excited when I get something new in the mail, so we're going to be doing an unboxing of a pair of frames. And these are a set of Inline Ninja frames. If you're not familiar with Inline, they make an array of different metal wizard-inspired style frames for different setups. They have them for UFS, they have them for Trinity, they have them for 165 mount. So they have pretty much any type of skater covered. So I'm interested to compare these Inline frames to the Wizard frame. And I'm really excited to skate these. Really stoked. And they did send me these, so thank you so much, Inline, for sending me this package. Let's see what's inside of it. I know it's more than just frames. I can feel that it has some other stuff in it. So let's dig into this nicely packed package. Looks like there's some wheels peeking out, which is nice because it's one thing about getting new frames is getting new wheels and new bearings. Luckily, I do have a lot of bearings floating around, so that'll be perfect. Just rip this open. Look at that. Very nicely packaged. Good job. Right here we have a plastic bag. It's got a frame box. It's got wheels, and it has a t-shirt. Alright. That's a really nice box. We've got a letter. A bunch of wheels, a t-shirt. Let's just dump this out. Exciting. We have the Ninja 90mm wheels, 85A from Inline Skates. These look pretty good. As you can guess, these frames are going to be a 4x90 Ninja frame, which is actually a wheel size I've never skated. I've never skated a 90mm wheel, and Miles Cotter Sparrow vouches for these. He says these are his favorite wheel size. So I listened to him, and I got a set of 90mm frames. Let's get to the frames last, because that's going to be the most exciting part. Although the wheels are really cool. So I got a bunch of stickers. They have all sorts of little icons for the different frames, which is rad. And again, great job with the packaging. Got a t-shirt. Bella canvas, Inline Skates, pretty cool. The Ninja, representing the Ninja frames. Very cool logo. Thank you again. Let's dig into this box. Sealed. It's a very nice box. I also feel packaging is very good. Packaging is very cool and also important. And in aggressive skating, packaging really makes it for the collector. So we open this up. It has a nice foam pad to protect the frames. And inside the box we have more stickers. So I am sticker rich. Very cool. And yes, wow, these are nice. So this is the Inline Ninja UFS frame. And I've really been looking for UFS frames to travel with. I've traveled Europe a couple times, and I bring 2 pairs of skates, which is very cumbersome and heavy and logistically not that fun. But I do like having an urban skate and an aggressive skate. But here in the future, this is what I'm going to be taking with me. A set of these 90mm UFS frames where I can skate around different cities anywhere I travel. So this is really awesome for the traveling skater to have the UFS big wheel options. Then we've got the bearing spacers, which are important, and the second frame. And look at this beautiful packaging. It's just like a little home for frames. Great to store them in. Or you can just take this out and use it to store other stuff. It's definitely a very nice box, and I doubt these boxes are very cheap because they're pretty nice quality. So yeah, got the 2 frames. I'm gonna have to get some bearings in there, but that's what it's gonna look like. Boom. You know what, I'm gonna grab some bearings right now and just go ahead and see what they look like inside the frames. I grabbed a Richie Eisler carbon-free boot to put these frames on just to see what they look like. And I got a pair of Rollerblade fitness bearings to throw into wheels. I also got this press recently. This is the Bont Bearing Press. Very awesome. I mean, this makes putting wheels together a breeze. I actually got it for the Icon metal core bearings, which were impossible to put bearings in. But since then, I've been using these for everything, and they're simply incredible. I'm gonna actually have a link to the frames, the wheels, and the bearing press, as well as the bearings in the description below, so you can pick up any of these for your collection. And yeah, I mean, these are sick. These actually look really good together, the metal frame and the metal bearing press. So let's go ahead and put these together. We need bearings. And check out how easy this goes together. We get our wheel, you put the bearing in on one side. You get your bearing spacers, throw them in. Boom. Look at that. So cool. Best invention. And I'm going to be saying this because I love this bearing press. I mean, Bont did a fantastic job. And if you're familiar with Bont, they're a speed skating brand and roller skating brand that makes quality skates and products, and they came up with this press. And it is very nice. And these wheels, you know, these are not hard wheels to get bearings into necessarily, but there's some wheels I have that are quite difficult. So anytime you have an issue getting wheels together with the bearings, then use the press. Just drop it, drop it. Zero effort goes into this. Then lean it over. I can't get over how awesome that is. So I wasn't originally planning on building these together. I just want to do an unboxing video, but these are so badass that I have to see what they look like. Before we get started putting everything together, let's just go over the frame out of the box. Now this frame, it's a little bit lower in the front compared to the back, and this is also like the Wizard PR80 frames I have, which are the same. They're lower in the front and taller in the back. I'm not sure if, I can't remember if these are rockered or not, like a progressive rocker, or if they're flat. We'll see when we get the wheels on. Has an arrow here, and this means that this side goes on the front of the skate. It has, you know, the raised insides for the bearings to spin on freely. It has a little indentation here for the washers to sit into. Frame walls are pretty thick, solid. Very nice design. I like the NN logo. With the wheels, we've got the Ninja guy here, 90mm UFS. And this frame is available in, I believe, black as well. So it's this natural color, black. And they have these available in Trinity and 165. So if you're not an aggressive skater and you're just a, you know, a rec skater, urban skater, or someone with only a 165 or a Trinity mount boot, they have this frame for you. And I'm sure that on the Trinity mount, they're probably pretty interesting because the Trinity mount really sits lower than most skates. So you'll probably be lower to the ground on the Trinity mount. Now, with aggressive skating and wizard style setups, it's really important what boot you have. Typically people use the Seba boots or the FR boots that are more rigid. The Icon AG10 is a really nice boot. And, you know, some of the carbon boots, I'm not sure about this boot, how it's gonna work. This boot's not really a boot I skate anymore, but it's the only boot I have laying around that doesn't have anything on it. And if you have a flat bottom skate, you can actually skate these frames without a sole plate. It fits beautifully without the sole plate, which is gonna make the skate more pleasing aesthetically. It's gonna be lighter, and you're gonna sit closer to the ground. So since I don't use these skates anymore, let's go ahead and set them up without the sole plate. I think it's a beautiful boot. This is the USD carbon-free Richie Eisler boot. On these frames, a little bit different than the Wizard frames. You can either ride them with the Ninja character facing the outside or the in character on the outside. So, your choice. So which one do I want to do? Let's say I'm going to have the in on the outside. Here we got our washers. Looks like it fits nicely. Yeah, man. This is cool. On my other setup like this, on the Wizard frames, I actually have the sill plates on still on the Icon. And Sean Santa Maria asked me why I kept them on. I'm like, well, I didn't know any better. It does also have a flat bottom, so it should work without the sill plates. We'll test these out here sometime soon. I'm not going to test them out today, as I have too many projects going on after I film this video, but we will try these out very soon. Now, there's a chance, since I didn't use the sill plate, that the frame bolts might stick through a little bit too much. So, good possibility that I need to throw some shorter frame bolts in there. But I just want to see what they look like aesthetically. I'm already liking how these are coming together very much. And what I really like about these style frames is it's, you know, they're for flatland skating or urban skating. And living where I live, where there's not, I don't live in a city, I live very rural, and there's not a lot of paved roads. There's not a lot of distance skating to do, there's not a lot of city skating to do. I do have a lot of like parking lots and tennis courts, basketball courts, so these types of skates for doing flatland skating is very appealing to me, and that's what I plan on doing with this setup. These will see a lot of time in the courts, working on my flatland skills. And here we go. That is absolutely beautiful. That is the in 90mm UFS Ninja frame on this USD Richie Eisler carbon-free skate. And that's very cool. So these frames do have a rocker, so you can see the two wheels are touching, front and back's not. Now front and back's, these two are touching, these front two are not. So you're always on two wheels, so you can pivot, turn really easy, do some really cool flatland moves. Thank you so much, NN, for sending me these frames and these wheels. I have links to the wheels, frames, the bearings, the bearing press in the description below, so you can order yourself some new gear. And you're gonna have as much fun as I can imagine I will in the very near future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, hit the bell icon to be notified of all new uploads. I also have a link to my Patreon page in the description below, where you'll receive exclusive content that you won't see anywhere on this YouTube channel. And I have a link to a donation page if you want to support this channel that way. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time on the Then Now Baiting YouTube channel.